Hey guys, it's Rob here, and welcome back to the RoboChan Show, where we take the gaming news format that channels like Spawnwave or Arlo do, add a dash of animation and some cool editing on top to bring you your gaming news, leaks, and rumors in a fresh new way. In this video, we do have some pretty big Nintendo Switch 2 leaks, especially when it comes to Animal Crossing. We talked about Animal Crossing in the last video about the Nintendo Direct from beatemups. That's another leak that we covered in the past, yesterday. So he's giving us some gameplay details on that Animal Crossing game that is supposedly supposed to happen at the July Nintendo Direct. There's also something pretty interesting going on with the Mario plus Rabbids team, a canceled possible game, so we're going to be covering that rumor as well, which is pretty interesting because I really enjoyed those games. I don't know about you guys, I just thought those were fantastic games. There's also some things of Square Enix doing things with Final Fantasy for the Nintendo Switch 2, which is also very exciting because, again, that's another game that I spent a lot of time in and that I really enjoyed. And other cool Nintendo Switch leaks, rumors, and news. If you guys end up enjoying this video, make sure you guys leave a like. It helps the video reach more viewers when you do, and of course leave your thoughts on today's topic down in the comment section below. So the Nintendo Switch 2 is getting pretty interesting, especially when it comes to July Nintendo Directs. Recently there was a whole bunch of Nintendo Direct leaks that we covered in the last video, and it is pretty interesting. A July Nintendo Direct. A July Nintendo Direct is something that I never really considered because I don't think they would do that, especially considering that if they don't do it in June, September is right around the corner. But according to beatemups, there's gonna be a July Nintendo Direct, and he also said that there's gonna be an Animal Crossing at that Nintendo Direct, and it's gonna be the "but wait, there's more" moment that Nintendo likes to do in these Nintendo Directs. And it seems we have some gameplay details of Animal Crossing New Horizon when it comes to different things that we can do in this game that's gonna be revealed supposedly at this July Nintendo Direct. With that being said, always remember these could end up being fake. You never know if they're gonna be real or not until they end up being real or being disproven. With the warning out of the way, this is what he says over on Twitter. Game concepts: move around by controlling vehicles, big city with skyscrapers, adventure missions, puzzles, and minigames. More collaborative multiplayer, which is something that I think Animal Crossing really needed, New Horizon to be more specific. And he even says date, 2026, along with a series. Now I'm guessing a series means that it's gonna be like a show or something maybe. That would be actually pretty cool. We know that Nintendo is veering off to different parts of the industry with different kind of products now, and they have been doing that for a while now. You have toys, you have the theme parks, you of course have the movies, the Legend of Zelda movie, so a TV series isn't really too far off, and of course you have like the Pokemon series and other ones. I mean, even back in the day they had the Kirby series. Now he does have some more information for us. He says, info: some of these concepts are discarded from the last game. New in-game monetary system, large shopping center where you can have your own store and sell your designs to other users. Furniture store, clothing store, vehicle workshop, that's pretty cool. He goes on to include some more info, and this info has to do with online connectivity. Info: completely online city to interact with connected users. Minigames, vehicle racing, cake throwing, birthday celebrations, mouse hunts. That's actually pretty cool. That's one thing I really want in the next Animal Crossing game. I want them to go all out with multiplayer. And the last line says, this is the basis from which a creative brainstorming session was started prior to the start of development. So what I get from this is that there's a big emphasis on multiplayer. That's, again, something I want to see in the next Animal Crossing game. While Animal Crossing New Horizon did have multiplayer, yes, it didn't have extensive multiplayer. I really didn't feel like I was actually playing with another user who owns Animal Crossing New Horizon. So I would really like to have some kind of interconnected activity with someone else who owns a copy. If you are interested in any of the other topics in this video when it comes to Final Fantasy, the canceled Mario Rabbids team game, click the top right corner and you'll be brought to a video about me responding to people who think that Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD don't belong on the Nintendo Direct. And if you don't like that video, in the second pop-up you'll get that information about the July Nintendo Direct and all the games that were included in that, including the Animal Crossing stuff. And if not, let's continue. So the next topic is on Square Enix and Final Fantasy. So My Nintendo News has an article that says Square Enix apparently trying to get Final Fantasy XVI running on the Nintendo Switch, which I think having Final Fantasy 16 on the Nintendo Switch 2 would be absolutely amazing. But you know, aside from that game, don't get me wrong, I would really like that on the Nintendo Switch 2, but for the longest time I've been wanting Final Fantasy 13, 13-2, and Lightning Returns on the Nintendo Switch. I know a lot of people don't really like those. Even at release, I loved those games, aside from 13. But 13-2 and Lightning Returns is when I jumped onto the 13 series, and I absolutely love them. I played the heck out of them on the PS3. And I would really like them on the Nintendo Switch too, because I think they're only available on PC and the PS3 and Xbox 360, I think? But yeah, anyways, just wanted to mention that. So this is what My Nintendo News has to say. Final Fantasy XVI producer Naoki Yoshida and the creative director Kazutoya Mahihiro, I probably butchered that name, has seemingly hinted that they are trying to get Final Fantasy XVI up and running on the Nintendo Switch 2. At a recent event talking about the game's arrival on Xbox Series X/S, Yoshida apparently said that there's just Nintendo left. When talking about platforms that the mainline Final Fantasy game is currently available on, Mahiro, again, I'm probably butchering that name, is saying that he will do his best. The action RPG has some intense graphic sequences, namely the econs, so it'll be interesting to see if they can achieve this without too many compromises. Now, I think this would actually be pretty interesting. Again, these type of games, action games, RPG games, smaller games, games like that, do really fit on the Nintendo Switch 2. Moving on to some unfortunate news, if this is true, because right now this is still a rumor. Apparently there was gonna be a game from the team that made the Mario Rabbids games. This is what a post over on Gaming Leaks and Rumors has to say. During the latest episode of the Game Business Show on YouTube, host Christopher Dringe and co-host Chris Plant talked about the market data for Nintendo Switch 2 around third-party games. Dringe brought up the development team behind Mario Rabbids series, noting that it has largely disbanded. Although Ubisoft millions still exist, he mentioned that the people behind the series have gone and formed a new studio. Dringe also said that he's aware of the Mario Rabbids team pitching a new game in the series that didn't get approved. He doesn't know why this is the case, but it is something that Ubisoft was looking to publish on a multi-platform title, and Nintendo wasn't interested in pursuing a venture of that nature with its Mario IP. Now, this is absolutely unfortunate. One thing that I love about those games is the story and the characters and the interaction, specifically the Rabbids, and even the characters from like Mario, Luigi, and all those characters. Those were also fantastic as well, and we had Rayman DLC. I mean, imagine all the cool things that they could have done with this game when it comes to a series around Mario. Maybe they could have even added Rayman as a main character and other characters. I mean, heck, maybe they could have had, other Ubisoft characters go along the adventure with them as well. I think there would have been so many cool things that you could have did, like Assassin's Creed. Of course, the, rated M for mature aspect of that probably wouldn't be included, but, different abilities that have to do with assassins, like a rabbit dressed as an assassin, or like Mario in an assassin's hood or something cool like that. Or maybe even other, Ubisoft properties, Splinter Cell, things like that. DLC costume. There could have been just like so many things that they could have done. It's really unfortunate that this game was canceled, Mario Rabbids 3. I know there are some people who just don't care for those games, but me personally, I really love those games. Let me know if you guys ended up liking those games, because I did. Yeah, those are the topics for today, guys. Let me know what you guys think about that down in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.